As we sit here on Thanksgiving, I can't help but think about William Bradford. Fairly new to before this week, I probably couldn't have told you who he was. That he was the leader of the Puritans, the Pilgrims that came to what is now America. And trying to find his journal. He had 21 years. He had a journal that he wanted to pass along to his ancestors so they would know the hardships for which people fought. And I found this little snippet here. It looks like it's out of a social studies book or something for a class. And I made it to the third paragraph and thought, I think this would be interesting to share. But here I cannot but stay and make a pause and stand half amazed at this poor people's present condition. And so I think will the reader too, when he well considers the same, being thus past the vast ocean and a sea of troubles before in their preparation, as may be remembered by that which went before, they had now no friends to welcome them, nor inns to entertain or refresh their weather-beaten bodies, no houses or much less towns to repair to. Think about that. They got off a boat. Their shoes are wet. It's cold, and they're here. There's no Holiday Inn. There's no food. There's nothing. There's nothing than what they had on the boat. They have nothing to celebrate with, but they're here. To seek for Cesar is recorded in Scripture as a mercy to the apostle and his shipwrecked company, that the barbarians showed them no small kindness in refreshing them. And I didn't know what this meant, so I went down here to number 3. It is refreshing them. A reference to the biblical account of the courteous reception given to Paul, the apostle, and his companions by the inhabitants of Malta in Acts 27:41 and 28:2. So the barbarians show them no small kindness. But these savage barbarians, when they met with them, as after will appear, were readier to fill their sides full of arrows than otherwise. And for the season it was winter, and they know the winters of that country know them to be sharp and violent, and subject to cruel and fierce storms, dangerous to travel to known places, much more to search an unknown coast. Besides, what could they see but a hideous and desolate wilderness, full of wild beasts and wild men? And what multitudes there might be of them they knew not. Neither could they, as it were, go up to the top of Pisgah, the mountain whose peak Joseph saw the promised land, to view from this wilderness a more godly country, to feed their hopes, for which way soever they turned their eyes, save upward to the heavens, they could have little solace or content in respect of their outward objects. For summer being done, all things stood upon them with a weather-beaten face, and the whole country, full of woods and thickets, represented a wild and savage hue. As they looked behind them, there was the mighty ocean, which they had passed, and was now as a main bar and gulf to separate them from all the civil parts of the world. That has been one of the more powerful things I've ever read. The reason why it's powerful is it's not with an agenda. It's not a political speech. It's not out of a play or movie or anything else. It's just what he saw. Why they came and why they stayed. It's unbelievable. But the civil parts of the world were gone. They had savage country and savage men, wild men. I just see it now. That's wild to think of that. It's as we sit here and politicize Thanksgiving like idiots, uh, inflicted with rabies and foaming at the mouth. These people came and they found people that they weren't people as far as they knew. There was no country. There was no rule of law. There was no civility. There was no warm bed to go lay down in. Everything they had was either on them or had to be made from felling trees and killing beasts. Could you do it? Y'all have a happy Thanksgiving. From my family to yours, I love you guys. Please subscribe, and we'll be talking to you soon. Peace. Hey, thanks for watching, and please go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button. Appreciate it.